Welcome back to cross-platform mobile application development using Xamarin Forms. Today we are going to see the navigation page and how to pass parameter between the pages. So for that, initially we need to create one more content page. How we are going to create the content page? Go to Demo App in the Solution Explorer and right click. So here you will be having multiple options. Go to Add and select New Item. In the new item, you need to select the content page. Okay. So once you select content page, you give content page name as any page. Here I am going to give second page. So that you have one page called which is main page and second one which we are creating as second page. So here second page 1, I am changing it as second page. Give add. So once you do this, it will create a XAML file for second page, which you can see here, and you'll be having a C# associated file which is available here. Both the things you can see it here. So this is our main page, okay, which by default it is created by the IDE. This is the second page which we have created now. Now what are the things that we are going to do the modification? In the main page, we are going to add one particular button. And if you click that particular button, it will navigate to the second page. So this is the process which you are going to do. So go to main page.xaml. So we know how to create button. Okay. So in this main page.xaml, you have the content page. In this content page, as usual, you need to give the background color, and we are giving dark blue. So then in stack layout, we need to give the padding and margin. So this will be forgiven, but after that we need to give margin. Margin equal to, we need to give the appropriate value. Here I am giving one particular value. So you can give the value according to your requirement. Now I am creating a button. So if you want to add label, you can add label, but I am directly giving a button. I am giving second page. Second page button. And here I am giving the text. I'm giving second. Background color. Then click the event. Double click, you will be getting a new handler. Then go to main page. .cs file. In this, you can just see there will be one particular function which is created. So this is the event handler. Here what we needed to give, navigation dot push asynchronous open parenthesis new second page semicolon. So now what it will do, it will navigate to the second page. So we need to go to our main page.xaml is completed. Go to app.xaml page. Here what we needed to give, new navigation page. See, earlier we have given navigation, now we are giving navigation page. You give it the parameter as new page, main page, new main page. So this process is completed. Now we are going for the second page. In second page XAML file, we are going to create one particular label. So that label is already available here. So what we are doing, we are just changing this particular text as second page. Now we are running our application, see how we are getting the output. Post that we are going to do some more modification, that is the passing parameters. Okay, now we are just seeing the navigation part. As I said earlier, first time it will take a few seconds or few minutes. Post that, all editing operation, the output will be very fast because we have created 2 pages. So the 2 pages is to be assigned as it is required, and it will be created. Here you can see in the top, this is the navigation page. There is navigation bar, okay, and this is the button which we have created. If you click on this, it will go to the second page. Now there is a one particular arrow mark which is shown in the top left corner. If you click this, it will go to the main page, which is the first page of this particular application. So that's how the process is. Now what we will do, we will do one particular parameter passing. I will create one entry. Okay, so from the first page we are typing some value, okay, using the entry or text box, and that value we are going to send it to the second page. In the second page there is a label which we have created as second page now, that we are going to modify as the text which we have given in the first page or the main page. So go to main page XAML, add a entry, a placeholder, background, give name, that is the identifier value or variable which you are going to assign. Close it. Now we got the entry. Go to the main page.xaml file, sorry, CS file. In this, what we need to do, you pass the parameter to the second page. What is the entry that we have created? Placeholder name, value entry. So go here, give value entry dot text. Now what we need to do, see, this particular second page doesn't have the parameter when it was created. You can go here and you can just see in the CS file, it will not have a particular second page with the constructor. Now what we are going to do, we are doing a string with user value. This is the variable name which we are assigning user value. After initialize component, what we need to do here, we have given the second page one label. the label name we need to give it. So here what I am doing, I am removing this particular text. Instead of this particular text, the hard-coded text, we are going to give the value which you are getting from there. So I am just giving this x dot name as value label. So in the CS file, what we need to do, value label, you copy it, even you can type it, sometimes it will give the value, sometimes it will not give it, text equal to user value, give semicolon. Okay, now we are passing the value from this particular place to that particular place. That's what we have done. Now we'll run the application. So between two pages or between any two entities, if you want to pass the values or where there is parameter values, how we are going to do, that is what we are discussing now. So the output is popped, it need to load the components. So now we got this particular output. So here we are typing something, India. So we are giving navigation to the second page. So you can just see earlier we got second page in the middle label. Now whatever that we have typed, we got it here. Now we'll go to the home page again by clicking this arrow mark and we'll type some other value. So you get that particular value. So this is the end of this session. In next class, we will see subsequent application development process with respect to mobile app development. Thank you.